Hello, everyone, and welcome to Grandma's Ōnly. And of course, you're all welcome here. Today, I'm going to bring to you a meditation, something we've talked about and I've promised to do. Meditations will help us all. They're amazing. They're simply amazing to bring us into quietness and rest, that we can avoid some of the perils that are out in the world. We can walk right through them, almost like walking through a wall. Today, I just want to welcome everyone who is here. And stick around, because there's some things. I'm going to do a guided meditation, so you can do it with us, and it'll be 15-20 minutes. And you will enter into this nice, quiet, peaceful place on the inside. And this is a place where we can we form our reality from the inside out. So you've heard psychologists, they talk about projecting, how people project into their world. Well, in a sense, we do. But actually, if you believe what you are projecting, you will literally create it. And this can be good or bad. So if you operate out of fear and you project into your world, you're going to bring more fear-based circumstances into your life. Like begets like. If, in fact, you raise your energies and you are living as Jesus called us, he said that we should live in love, we should live from love, that there is nothing greater than love, and anything less than love is just a loud noise, right? And so when you are in agreement with that and you're living from love, then what you project is love, and it just brings more love back. And it isn't woo-woo science here. It's the real deal. This is science now, understanding that we have the mother of all computers is right here. The mother of all computers. And that the father of all things made us with this marvelous computer. That we are made in his image to do very similar things to what he does. The apples do not fall from the tree. Like begets like. And the father and the son, or the daughter and the father, it's a lot of similarities here. Now, what we will do in the very beginning, I want to say, we'll never come from a place of lack when we are approaching the Father. Remember the story of the prodigal, and he came back and he'd been in a pigsty and he'd been eating all the garbage. And he came to his father in a very shameful and very repentant posture. And his father pretty much ignored him. He just said, go get the robe and the ring and kill the fatted calf, for my son which was lost is found. And he rejoiced. This is your God in heaven. When you just leave the shame away. Just leave it behind. It was never yours. Leave all of your fears and doubts. Leave them in the pig pen. They were never yours. You're created as the daughter or son of a king. We are daughters and sons of God. That's Old Testament theology. And, in the New Testament, God says, and he's talking about the born-again experience, and there's several places in the New Testament uses that terminology. And I wondered, well, what does it mean, really, to be born again? And I had to go back to Nicodemus and Jesus. And Nicodemus said, what does it mean? Do I enter into my mother's womb and be born a second time? To be born again? And Jesus said, no. You cannot do that in the physical world. That's not what we want. But it's a change of your mind. It's simply believing who you are. And he describes it this way. He says, as the wind blows and you see the trees and the leaves move, that's how it is for you when you are born from above and you have the Holy Spirit in your life. And that very strongly reminds me of in the beginning, God breathed into Adam and he became a living soul. The breath of God, the raka, according to the Hebrew, is soul. Soul and breath are the same. So you became a living breath. And as you think of what Jesus taught about the wind blowing where it will, and you hear the sound and you see the rustle of the trees and you hear it and the movement, you can observe the tree moving, but you do not see the wind. So it is for everyone who is born from above. It's a very mystical experience of being a living breath. You know, we think of ourselves as part of the body of Christ, and that we should. But I wonder if we should not also think of ourselves as the breath of God. Think about it. So today as we meditate, I'm going to give you a very quick little overview of meditation so you don't have to worry about it or think about it. Just follow me as we go. Today we're going to use a meditation that is going to help you to feel good about being a legacy, leaving a legacy to your family. What do you want to leave? Think about it. As I go through this little teaching, just think on the side here, what do I want to leave my children? You may have already decided. Better than bank accounts and property, what do you want to leave them? So in the beginning, we do put our attention on the breath, and that might just be the most calming thing we do in the course of our day. And if we truly are a living breath, then by placing our attention on it, we are intentionally observing God in us, which is our hope of glory, according to Him. So we will do that for a little bit. And we bring ourselves into a very relaxed state. Literally talk to our body and say, relax. And your body will follow you. You are the master of your ship in that regard. Now, how much power do we have? Well, God made us in His image. So the apples don't fall far from the tree. We have a lot of God in us. In fact, if someone tried to separate us, there's no way. We are one with God. And that should be very good news. And so, because that is our state, we are also creators. Now, we know we create in the earth, we procreate, and we have children and families, and that's what grandmas are all about, right? But that is our earthly experience, and it is also a spiritual one where we procreate and we give birth and we create, and it's all in the spirit realm. Now, there's Old Testament prophets that said, walk in the Spirit. And there's New Testament verses that say, walk in the Spirit, and you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. No, the body is not an evil thing. But if our view is only of the body, then we're limiting who we are. We're much bigger than the physical container. Only think of Jesus, the God-man, who is our elder brother. And by the way, we're just like him. And that is not being proud and braggadocio and arrogant. That is being honest and truthful. And Daddy God, Abba, truly loves it when his children know who they are and who their Papa is, and that he has gifted them in this earth to be exactly like him. They're not the source. I didn't make all things, neither did you. But I made exactly like my Papa. So, without further ado, let's get in. So right now we just want to find a comfortable place to sit or lie down as straight as possible. And you might want to gently just close your eyes and begin to breathe. Just breathe normally and out. Now we're going to breathe for 5, the count of 5, hold it 5, and then out for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, expel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these things we're doing help to bring our nervous system and our mind into a very quiet place. If you haven't already, reach for your essential oil and apply it to your temples, right over your forehead to the back of your neck, and take a good smell. This actually brings your brain into theta brainwave. We're going to start at the top of our head and just say relax, relax, and go deeper. We're going down to our face and our neck. Relax, go deeper. You will feel a tingling, and you will go inside and into yourself, into your body, and feel more and more of the tingling, which is your blood vessel, and the blood flowing through your blood vessels. Tell your neck and shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, and hands, relax. I place my hands over my heart and I say to my whole chest, relax. To my abdomen, relax. My digestive system, everything just relax. My upper thighs, lower thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and feet, toes. Relax and everything go deeper. We have just entered into the rest of God. Be still and know that I am God. In this wonderful place now, know that you are a living breath of God. When you breathe in, you're filling literally every cell of your body is oxygenated by the living breath of God. This means that the very environment that your cells are in are surrounded by blood, and blood, all of life is in the blood, and that is because your blood is oxygenated and it carries away all the impurities to the parts of your body designed to take care of them and facilitate that. So as you breathe, you can just see the oxygen going to your toes, going up to your brain, going down to your fingertips. You just light up with air, the living breath of God in you. And just enjoy that for a few minutes. As you think about you are the living breath of God, you are raising your frequencies. You are, because you're agreeing with God. And in this theta brainwave, you're opening yourself up to new memories that are true, memories that might replace old wineskins that are wrong. And so now we're going to say what our legacy is that we will leave our children. So I will leave my children love and happiness. I will leave my children a rest and a peace of God. So I'm going to just think that or say it out loud. But also you can see it scrolling across like a marquee at a theater. I am leaving my children rest and peace, love and joy. I am leaving my children rest and peace and love and joy. I am leaving my children rest and peace and love and joy. Now begin to feel When you leave your children and your grandchildren, such a wonderful thing, such a wonderful gift. How do you feel about that? Begin feeling that joy, that thankfulness, all of your gratefulness. I am leaving my children love and joy, peace and rest. And I am ever so grateful. I am filled with gratefulness and thankfulness. I am filled with appreciation to my Father who made me so powerful that I am creating this for my family. And in the Word, it does say that that you can imagine and do things and receive things that are above and beyond anything you could ask or think. And it's according to the power that works in you. That is the power source. You plug into you. And be thankful. Be thankful in all things. Know that our Father has placed us all here to be the light, that others can see the light and run to the light, and that we will see the light in them no matter how they see themselves. We will look at our grandchildren and our children, and we will look beyond, and we will see the light in them, the breath of God that was placed within them. For we know that Jesus is the creator of all things, the giver of all life, the source of all life. And we choose by our free will to see it, recognize it, appreciate it, and are thankful for it. And now we point them in the most excellent way, our legacy to them. Love and joy, peace and rest. And we are eternally thankful. Until we meet again.